Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the session 2. The session 2 is about the life cycle of application packaging. In the last session, we discussed about what is packaging and how we do it, why we do it, and what is the purpose, and why it is used in IT sector. And we all discussed about that. So, in this class, we will discuss about the life cycle of application packaging, and it has some process for application packaging. So we'll discuss about the process. The life cycle is nothing but the process we follow. And this is session 2. So with this life cycle, the first thing is like we have several phases. The first phase is request phase. The second phase is discovery. The third phase is packaging. Fourth phase is QA. Fifth is UAT. And then the deployment to the production. Okay. So mainly in packaging, we are concerned till the QA phase. Okay. QA and UAT. The deployment to production, UAT and deployment are also there, but there are secondary. Mostly, you have to complete till packaging and do a QA. Okay. So this is what the process is. I'll explain the process step by step. This is a complete life cycle of application packaging. This is an interview question as well. So if they ask you about the life cycle, you should mention all these stages. Okay. And the first one is application discovery. Before discovery, we come across the application request. Application request is like somebody will ask you like, please create the package for this software. Okay, who is that somebody? You will get that request from any other team or else in your own team through a documentation or through an email. Okay, you will get a request through an email and they mention that please package the particular application, and the particular application installer or the downloaded file of that particular application is present in so and so location. Okay, they'll share some shared path usually. Okay, so in that path they'll tell like this binary is present and you have to package that exe. Okay, so the first thing is somebody will email you, please create this package for this request. Okay, suppose you have a request for Chrome or some Git application. Okay, they provide you the Git installer or the downloaded file. Okay, the downloaded file which we get from them is called as a source or binary. Okay, we use the term source or binary for the file we receive in the request phase. In the request phase, they also provide us the documentation, like what needs to be done, how we need to install. Okay, so while installing, before sending to us only, they'll manually install it and check whether the install is working or not. Through that testing, they'll take screenshots and they'll tell you like, please double click on this, click on next, select the license option, click next. Like that, they'll guide you through a documentation. Okay, they will provide a Word document in which they will document. So the first thing is request will be received. The required file will be given to you. Okay, file or files. Okay, this can be. And a document you will receive. In some MNCs, they won't use a documentation. In some MNCs, they will get a documentation. Okay. And this next phase is discovery. And next is packaging, QA, UAT, and deployment to production. Okay, the first request part you got right. You just get an exe or some downloaded file here and a documentation you will receive. And then what we'll do with that file, we'll test that file manually first. Okay, we'll just take that particular file, like I'm showing you here some MSI node MSI and PyCharm exe here in the second point. If you see these binaries, okay, these are the binaries. There are two individual application binaries. Whatever file we receive from that particular request phase, we call it as a binary or a source. Okay, if we got a request and we didn't get the binary, we should ask them like, please provide the requested binary for the software. Okay, or please provide the source. The terms are binary and source. So once we got this binary, we should check the documentation also. We'll get some documentation with the next steps or selection steps. Okay, so we have to follow that particular documentation. Check the given documentation. Documentation can be for both. Okay, for installation and uninstallation also. Okay, so during installation they'll take screenshots and provide your documentation. For uninstallation also they will provide. If they're not providing also, you should take this particular file, just double click it, click next, and you have to install it by default. If there is no documentation, you should go with default installation. If there is a documentation, you should follow that documentation. This documentation is nothing but, in the first session we discussed about application installation. See, when we download a file, we get a particular exe or MSI. Here there is an exe. So on double clicking, it will ask for some windows. Just give some license, continue. So these all screenshots they will provide you in a documentation. Documentation is nothing but this kind of screenshots they will provide you, like please click on this, please click on this, please select these features, okay, particular features. They'll tell you to select this kind of documentation. They'll provide you in a Word document, okay, step by step. If you have any queries in this, you can get back to the team, whoever has requested you for the software, and you can rectify it, or you can apply it in your packaging. Okay, request is nothing but a request received, and they will give you a documentation. So based on the documentation, you will install it. And if there is no documentation, you have to manually install it by default. Okay, in this discovery, we are only installing manually. We are installing this, and after installing, during installing, actually, installation directory should be observed. Installation directory also we have discussed in the last class. See, while installing, you will get a path where you have to select the directory, and whenever you are installing that application, the application files will be dropped in this particular location. Okay, we discussed in the last class. If you have any queries, please refer the session 1 video. Okay, and then you also have registry entries and control panel. Like whenever you install a software, so just a moment. Okay, whenever you have installed a software, okay, you will get an entry in control panel. Okay, like this you will get the entries. Chrome is there on my machine. I can see whether Chrome is there by just typing in the screen like Chrome. I can see the app along with the shortcuts and all in the files. The application will also be there in the control panel. This is what a control panel is. Okay, control panel, uninstall a program. When you click on this path, okay, these applications you can see. If you directly want to open the control panel, just type control panel will come, click. This will open like this. You should go to programs and features, and you can see this. Okay, all the application. So this is nothing but the control panel entry. So whenever you are doing a manual installation also, at the end of installation, once you click the finish button, you have to check whether this entry is formed or not. Okay, how this entry is getting here means this is due to the registries. Registries is also nothing but kind of files only. Okay, files will save in the directories like installation directory, C drive, C program files, like that. Similarly, registry is also some system data. Okay, and the information will be stored in the registry. Okay, see, if you see that particular Google Chrome application name is here, and that particular version is here. Okay, so Google Chrome version and the publisher and all this data will be getting from this registry path. Okay, so when we install this software on a machine, so it is under HKLM. Okay, we will also go through about this deeply in the next sessions. We will have some types of registries. Mostly we are concerned about HKLM, local machine, and current user. Okay, so current user is like if I am installing software for only one user, right? If I am logged into this laptop, if I want a software to be used by me only, okay, so I'll install it as a user, so that if somebody else logs into my system also, they can't see the application. Same way, like if I want Chrome to be visible to me only, install for me only, I'll just change some options during installation, and that application will be available only for me. And the other users, even though they're logging to the same laptop, they cannot see it. That is like the current user installation. Okay, and local machine means the software will be installed on the machine. In this machine, like C program files I showed you. Okay, so everybody who logs into the system can see it. That is a system installation actually. So the current installation is only for the logged on user. Whenever the installation is happening, that particular user, whoever is logged in. Okay, at the moment, if you have been logged in and you have installed one software as a user, that software will be available to you only. For installing as a user, we have some specific commands. I'll tell you in the next sessions. And the local machine is, you also can install the software as a in a system account, and system account or a local machine account, which means the software will be installed to this laptop, and whoever uses this laptop, logs into this laptop, will have that application. Even though they want it or they don't want it, they can see the application. Okay, here Google Chrome is a system related application. By default it installed to the system only. And the control panel entry has been formed from this path, as I told you, due to the presence of this particular key. Okay, this key and this name, version and all, you can see the same data in the control panel. So whenever you install a software, it is your duty to check the installation directory, where it is installed, registry is formed or not, control panel entry is formed or not, whether that is the correct version. Okay, sometimes you may receive the binaries for a wrong version. So I have installed 128. Okay, but the requirement is for 129. So once you install, you realize that they provided the wrong binary. So you ask them like, you have provided the wrong binary, so please provide the right one to the requester who has requested you through the email. So they will again check and they'll provide you the right binary, and you can test it manually first and check for the installation directory, registry and control panel, etc. Okay, this is all discovery. Till discovery means just install that whatever they have provided and test it whether it is fine or not, whether it is installing without any errors, whether it is forming any shortcuts, the installation directory is there or not, control panel is there or not. Like that you can check. Okay, next, I hope you got it this point. So in the discovery phase, after the end of discovery phase, actually we should see the last point also, the fourth one. The fourth one is like, find the silent installer for the executable or installer. Okay, in the session 1 we discussed already, right? Like application packaging means providing a single installer output, and also we should install it silently. Once we can install it silently, only we can silently push it to the all the users who require it. So we have to find the installer for the executable or installer. Okay, I'll show you now how to install the application and how to find the silent switch. Just give me a moment. I'm stopping the sharing for a moment. Yeah, guys. Now I have taken one test machine actually. Okay, so assume that we have received a binary. Okay, we have received one file. Okay, so Git. Let's assume Git software is the software you received. Okay, how you received? They'll give you some shared path like this. So through this path, there will be some softwares here. They'll give you the path, particular path. Okay, So this path is the shared path they have given, and you can find the executable here. Okay, so you have taken the latest one or the requested one. You will just copy it. Okay. Copy it from this path, and you will copy it to some of your machine. This is my machine. I have copied it from the shared path, and I am pasting it here. Okay, I'm copying and pasting it to my internal directory C test. Usually I create a folder for testing, so that is what I have created. Okay, right now I have two binaries, but I'll show you for the exe first. Okay, MSA also we can discuss. So git is once we got our binary, you will just copy it here. You will just check the properties. Okay, sometimes there will be some unblock. You have to click on unblock, so that if there are anything blocking it, will be removed. Okay, if you click and see the next time, the block won't be there. Okay, so once you copied the software, you just check the properties, unblock, and then double click this software. Okay, and then it will ask for the git windows. Okay, this will ask for an user account control. It is asking for an yes or no. This UAC is an interview question, and UAC is to protect the system from any kind of installation. See here, it is only asking me yes or no. Because I'm an admin to this particular system, it is asking me for an yes or no. Like if you install it on a normal machine in an organization, right, they will have some policies. So user cannot directly install all kind of softwares. So where there is restricted, it will ask for the credentials like username and password. It will validate, and once it says that the user is an admin, then it will install it. Okay. So the user account control is to control the privacy of the user and also the system privileges, and to control the viruses or the hackings or any kind of external installations that will restrict, so that to keep the system safe. Just I have the rights here, so I want to proceed with the installation, so I'm clicking on yes. If you're interested, please go through the user account control in internet as well once. Okay, now the git has opened like this. I don't have any instructions from the end user. Okay, whatever request I got like, please package this software. I don't have any instructions. Then I'll go with default installation. I'm showing you the default installation, manual installation. Okay, you just go by manual installation directly. Next. Okay, next. Just go by default installation if there is nothing they have provided. Okay, so now the application is being installed in the installation directory. It is nothing but C program files git. Okay, I already explained you about the installation directory, right? Whatever is the application, that application has some supporting files, so that will download or copy the files in the particular installation directory, so that the application can work appropriately. Okay, the installation is about to complete. This is a default installation, and click on finish. Okay, I clicked on finish. There is some checkbox there, so it was to open the internet. That was the default one, so that is by opening by default. We can close it. For a mostly many applications, for 90% application, we'll have a shortcut. Okay, we can check for the shortcut. Okay, there are some shortcuts related to this. Our job is to first install it manually. It got installed because the till finish we didn't get any errors till the finish button. After installation, we'll check the control panel. Okay, control panel, and I'm checking this. I showed you how to open the control panel. By shortcut, I can also open the control panel by Windows or run. Okay, you have to open the run. You can also open from this here. Start menu, run. Okay, Windows run, enter, and here you have to type appwiz.cpl. Okay. Okay, this is the command for opening the control panel directly without opening manually and clicking on programs and features. You'll just type appwiz.cpl. Okay, and the control panel will be opened. Okay, now you see the name and version. You will check whether the version is same or not. Okay, 2.46 is the version. If the requested version is same, this is good to go. Okay, the shortcut is also there. Just launch any of the shortcut. Usually we launch every shortcut. Okay, so here I launched the shortcut, but this is related to some CMD, some inputs it is asking for. Okay, some command prompt. We don't know what to give, so we'll just simply close it. If you get any error prompt or error message during launching the shortcut, right, then we'll ask them whether we need to correct it, whether it is the right one. Now it is showing my ID, so it is not a problem. Okay, so I'm just closing it. I check the shortcut. If you have many shortcuts, you check that also. Okay, after checking the shortcuts, control panel entry, you are sure that application is okay. Okay, now we are manually uninstalling it. You can just directly click on uninstall, click yes. Okay, if you're not an admin, it will ask you for the username and password, which we call it as credentials. Okay, now I clicked on uninstall and it directly got uninstalled. After uninstallation also, all the shortcuts will be removed. You can't see any more shortcuts, no control panel entry. And the installation directory also, we see that installation directory was this earlier. Okay, the most of the files will be deleted. So actually complete folder will be deleted. If some files are left over also, you can delete it using script, or if the files are not effective, you can let them be. Okay, best practice is to remove them using a script in your package. Okay, and now I'm just removing that folder, and I will try to show you like how we'll silently install. Okay, our aim is to find the silent installer, right? So this is the binary. I'll just click on Windows CMD. Okay, CMD. Once I type CMD, the command prompt will open. Click on the command prompt. You have to type cd/. Okay, then this directory will be cleared. Okay, now I am in C, under C. So I have to go to C test folder and git. Okay, you can come here and directly right click, copy as path you can do. Okay, and come here, write cd, paste that path. Okay, but you can't completely paste the exe paths. Okay, I suggest you to type cd, only paste the directory path. Okay, and click enter. Then your directory will be here, means you are in this place right now. So now git is here only in this directory. So I am typing the first letter G and click on tab. Okay, I am typing the first letter of the source binary git G and click on tab button on the laptop. Okay, now it is open. So manually I installed it already. So now I have to find the silent installer for this one. To find the silent installer, what you have to do is you have to browse like this. Click slash, okay, forward slash, and then you have to give a question mark, forward slash question mark, and enter. Okay, what we used there, we have used a forward slash and a question mark. By using forward slash and question mark and clicking on enter, you can see this kind of window. Okay, so here you can see the commands help, sp, slash, silent, very silent, instruct setup to be silent or very silent. So they have given you the commands which are supported by the given installer of the exe, and by using these commands we can install them silently, or we can suppress reboot. Okay, no restart, force close of applications, no force close. Okay, so there are several options, and right now we need only one option. Okay, that is silent installer. We have to install it silently and also with no reboot. Okay, so the options that are preferable for us are slash very silent and slash no restart. So now I am trying to apply that. I'm just closing this command prompt window. We have to close it. Again type G tab, okay, slash. I came to know that there is a command called silent with the command which opened, okay, the window which opened earlier. So I typed silent, enter. Now it's again for asking for yes or no. I'll click on yes. Now the installation is in progress. If you can see, it is installing by itself by without clicking next. Okay, but still I have a cancel button here to cancel it. Okay, means this is a semi silent installation. It's not a complete silent installation. It is a semi kind of silent installation. I'm just canceling this installation. Okay, next time just checking the same thing and trying the other command. The git is not installed yet. The software is not installed. Okay, I'll refresh. There is no Git here. Okay, there is no Git software in the control panel. So I'm trying with the very silent command, clicking on enter. Let's see what happens. Okay, now it's again asking for yes or no. Now I can't see any kind of progress here. Okay, to check whether the exe is running or not, like whatever we just ran is working or not, we can type here and check. Okay, this got installed actually. Okay, okay, it is still running. Let's do one thing. We'll start fresh. See, I'm running this command again, clicking on enter. When I click on enter, you have an S, okay, and that software will be visible here. Like whatever you have run on the command prompt is visible here. Okay, so that is running in the background. Let's wait for it to install. It is showing some CPU also, so CPU usage show, so it means it is in progress. Let's see. We can also check the installation directory whether files are coming or not here. Okay, you can see that files are there. Okay, even with the latest timestamp 1212 also the files are there. The installation is being completed. Okay, and now I have again come to the task manager. This here only we were seeing the file earlier under task manager details tab. Okay, now I am trying to find the git, whatever is starting with G. I am trying to find out, and that I can't find the git application. So I am coming to control panel. The application is installed now. It means that the binary can be shown, the process can be shown here till the application is in process. Once the installation is completed, the process will end. Okay, the process can't be seen in the task manager. Now the application got installed silently without clicking any next. Earlier, while using the silent command, we were able to see the window. Whatever we are able to see, we have called it as an user interface. User interface, like user can see that interface. Okay, and by using very silent, it got installed very much silently. So this is the right command. We want to install it very silently. So this is the right command. And now what is our job? Control panel entry is there. Registry entry will be there because there is a control panel entry. Here the entry is there. Okay, the application is a system based installation, so it is there here. You can also search at the very top. Okay, this is the particular path of the uninstalled string. If you are not sure, if you forgot also, you have to search here. On local machine also you can search like git. Okay, so it will search, but it will give you a number of things. Better you search with the version. I suggest you to search with the version 2.46.0. So 2.46.0, I'm searching version name, and also I'm clicking on match whole string. Then it will search for only this exact matching with no spaces or no extra data. I'm clicking on next. So it will search for the registry and it will get the registry in some time. Okay, now we have silently installed the application here. Very silent is the right command. Now we have to uninstall also silently only. Okay, uninstall how we'll do means install. Here is the git is there. Okay, here is the git is there. So while you check this entry, right, there will also be a uninstall string and quite uninstall string. Okay, for many softwares there will be quite uninstall string also. For few only uninstall string will be there. Then in that case you have to check quite uninstall string. Just double click it, double click and take this value of it. Okay, copy it, cancel it. Now come here in the command prompt, just paste it, whatever you got it in the registry, right? You have to paste it. Okay, by just clicking here, right click, it will be copied. Okay, then click on enter. Yes, UIC will come for both install and uninstall. See here, it is silently installing without any button. The cancel button is disabled here. Okay, so this is completely uninstalling. Even though the interface is available, a small interface, the application is not having any buttons for the user to click on it and make changes. So this is also a write command. Okay, even if you have an interface also, if you don't have any access to click on anything, that is also a write command. So now on installation we have processed. On refreshing, we don't have this git software. Okay, so this is where we'll do find out the silent switches by clicking on /? We can find out. Okay, and for some applications, if you don't find it, you can go to the Internet Explorer or the browser, any of the browser. Okay, you can search like silent command line install options for git. Okay, to install git silent. When you type this like silent commands for that particular application, you will get some data here. Okay, so they'll also suggesting you to do this. Okay, you also know that. And also if you don't find, also in one of these commands you will find the answer. Actually here one of these topics is there, right? Here if you go through it, somewhere they'll provide you the data. Okay, see, in this forum, you directly got these options. In some forums, you can directly get like a /silent, very silent, like that. If you have too many commands, you can try. Okay, and this way you can get the commands by searching the internet directly for most of them. Okay, if you don't find any, also you can ask the vendor of the application. Who is the vendor of the application? Whoever has provided you the application, right, for testing, you can ask them like, I don't find any silent switches, can you please check and let me know? You can ask them. Okay, it is your job to first check whether they are not there or not by this command line or a googling or something. Okay, but if you don't find anywhere, you can ask them to provide you the silent switch by checking with the vendor of the application. Okay, whoever has sent you the request, you can inform them to please check with the vendor and provide the silent switch. If there is no silent switch at all, there is one more process to package. Okay, that also have some limitations. We'll discuss in the further process. Okay, now you got to know how the silent installation and silent uninstallation. Okay, this you achieved means you have done till discovery. Just install manually the application, manually check it. After that, try to get the silent switch. So you received the request, you completed the discovery job till now. Then you can do the packaging. Packaging is like just binding this particular binary with that command into the script or the tool. Okay, according to the application requirement, and providing the single output to the end user. Okay, for packaging we are using advanced installer tool, admin studio, Radia, etc. So this is also an interview question. So these are all the examples. You can also get more in the internet. Okay, so right now I'm going to tell you about the advanced installer tool. Okay, right now I have that tool. So I'll tell you in the upcoming classes. After packaging, we'll self-test the application. Okay, we'll test by ourselves, QA, self-analysis. Okay, if I'm doing the package, I'll test myself or I'll ask my teammate to test this application whether I am right or not, so that there will be a cross-check of the requirements as per the request received. And if it is successful, we'll send it to the UAT. UAT means if some particular project people requires this application, right? We'll ask one or two members of the team to please provide their computer names, host names. Okay, and we'll deploy that application. We'll send the silent application or the package we created to the two machines or 5 machines. Okay, so that they'll test it at their end. They'll test the shortcut launching and all. And if there is any additional functionality, okay, in Git we have seen that some command prompt is opening. After that, we don't know what to test. Okay, so but they will know what to test, what to do, because that is their project related application. So we'll ask them to test. Once they test it and provide us like it's okay, the package is good, then we'll move it to production. Okay, production or deployment is like moving to all users. Once the UAT is passed, once the user accepts the testing and says okay, we'll send the application to all the members who required it. Okay, we call this phase as moving package to production. This is the final phase. Okay, once you deploy to all the required users, your job is done as a package. This is an end-to-end process actually. I showed you. And also please remember this registry path. HKLM software, Microsoft Windows. This path. They'll ask you where the application entries or the control panel entries will be formed when you install an application. So you have to tell them this path. Okay. HKLM software like this install. Okay. And also few more paths are there. As of now, please remember this. Okay. It can be this path, or this can be current user. I told you, right, for only one user. Same path, but here it will come current user. Okay. One more path is there, I'll tell you, but these are the two main paths. If the system installation, it will go to this path. If it is a current user installation, it will go to this path. Okay, this is an interview question, like where the application will get stored in the registry and how the control panel entry is formed. Due to the presence of this particular key only, we can see the application in the control panel. Okay. Okay, right now we have uninstalled silently also. That's why the control panel entry is not there. And once the uninstallation is done, if you close and open the registry, you cannot find that git entry also, because you have uninstalled it and it's now no more there. Okay, git is not there. I typed with the git and git is not there. Keep on searching. Okay, if the particular entry under the uninstall key is not there. Okay, some other entries 1, 2 can be there, that will be not be required. Okay, so these files can be removed if needed. If it is an empty file, you can ignore. If it is needed, you can delete it using a script. Okay, so that's all I told you till discovery, and from next classes we'll cover about the packaging part. If you have any doubts, please reach out to me. You can also WhatsApp me directly whenever you go through this video, and you can ping me or you can ask me in the next sessions. So thank you so much for connecting. If you have any doubts, please rerun the session. You can also slow down this video and see. Okay, even if you am a little bit faster, please excuse, and go through the video and let me know if you have any queries. Yeah, thank you for joining. Have a good day. See you in the next class. Thank you.